Hello, welcome to Wednesday's functional fitness class. Today it's going to be all standing up or sitting down. You don't need to be able to get on the floor. Functional fitness, for anybody that's not done the class before, is exercising the muscles and joints that you use in everyday life to help you be able to cope with everyday tasks. Some things just start to get a little bit more difficult, like getting in and out of the bath, going up and down stairs, reaching those tall cupboards. We'll be doing exercises with arms to be able to do that as well. So before we start, some exciting news. Next Tuesday, that's the 28th, I'm going to be doing a live Zoom with a woman called Trisha, who runs a website and a Facebook page and everything called Look Fabulous Forever. And she does makeup tips for the more mature skin. But obviously I don't use makeup and things, but obviously part of looking fabulous is exercising as well. And so at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, but it's recorded so you can catch it again afterwards, I'll be there. If you want to know how to log into it, go to Looking Fabulous Forever's Facebook page, and there's details of the talk there, or on my Facebook page. Anyway, so we're going to start today. You need a chair, you need exercise bands, although if you don't have exercise, I'm assuming everybody has a chair. If you don't have exercise bands, just do the actions. It doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter. It's better with bands, but all is not lost if you don't have bands. I've got 2 strengths of band now because the exercises that I'm doing, some, if you've got quite a strong band, you won't be able to do it. But if you've got a fairly light band, then you should be able to do all of them. Okay, so we don't need the band at the moment. We're going to start, as usual, with a warm-up. I'll get the chair out of the way. We're going to do a warm-up, the main body of the exercise, and then stretching at the end. That was 2 minutes, and that's enough talking. So we're going to start the warm-up by just walking very gently on the spot, nice and gently, just to get your leg muscles and your hips and your knees a little bit more mobilized. If you have trouble with your knees, or if you're not very mobile, you can do a lot of the exercises in the chair, but I'm not going to go through all the exercises and show how you can do them in the chair in this video. If you want to do exercises in the chair, if you need to do them in the chair, let me know, and I'm actually going to do a separate chair exercise video, not a chair video. If you can be on your toes when you're doing this, give a slightly exaggerated swing with your arms, and we'll do 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to put our hand on our shoulder to make your arm like a wing. Just going to mobilize the shoulder. Imagine you've got a pencil sticking out, and we're going to do 5 big circles backwards, 4, 5, and 5 forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can feel my shoulder going. And then on the other side, we're going to do 5. Don't forget the pencil sticking out your elbow. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just to get a little bit of what does that say? Oh yes, another arm one we're going to do. We're going to concentrate in this session, in the warm-up and in the exercise session. We're going to concentrate a lot on the arms, because we tend to concentrate on the legs and squats and getting and walking and all that sort of stuff. Arms tend to be neglected a little bit. We know we do a little bit of this to get these muscles going, but we forget about the shoulders and the shoulder joint and all the muscles in your back. And so these sessions, I'm doing quite a lot of arm stuff. Anyway, this one is just a warm-up. So start with your hands like that, just going out and in. You can alternate which hand goes on top. Okay, we're going to do about 10. 4, 5, just do the best you can. 6, my right shoulder is clicking and clacking here. 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. we're going to do, just give your shoulders a bit of a wiggle. We're going to do some more in the main body of the exercise. They did used to be warm-up exercises, but I like them so much that I wanted them to be standalone exercises on their own. Right, we're going to have your hands parallel with the floor. And we're just going to raise your knees and just, if you can, touch your knee to your hand. The object of this exercise is just to get your knees raising, or your hips. This uses your hips and these muscles here. Warms them up and mobilizes your hip joints and your ankles as well. If you can't get your hand to your knee, it doesn't matter. Don't bring your hand down, because that's sort of counterproductive. It's not the object of the exercise. Your hands are there just as a sort of guide. And if you want, you could do a little bit of twisting. Just twist your lower body, just to get, I can feel it in the small of my back there. If you can't do this one, just keep doing the straight one. Do 3, 2, 1. Just to give yourself a bit of a twist. Right, we're going to start on our warm-up routine. So you're going to do heel digs like that, just like that, And at the same time, anchor your elbow, and you're going to do an opposite bicep curl. So you're doing a heel dig with one foot and a bicep curl with the opposite arm. And that is just sort of warming up your arms and your legs. The exercises we do in this routine, I like particularly, mainly because I invented it. I'll tell you about it in the next one. 3, 2, 1. Suspense, eh? I bet you're on the edge of your seat if you were sitting. Next one, we're just going to take a step to the side. So it's just a step to the side, only a small step. Prayer hands, and your hand goes out like that. Remember those headlights on your knees facing forward. Don't let your knee come in like mine were doing. Yes, I was saying, these warm-up exercises, I like them because you've got, they use your brain, they use your muscles, they use your joints, you've got to use balance. It's just got everything going for it. I really like them. You've got to concentrate when we put it all together, you do. 3, 2, I mean, if you were, tell you in a minute. So next one is just a step back, and at the same time, your hands are going to come out, your arms are going to come out. They come out straight out like that. And splay your fingers. Give your fingers a bit of a workout as well. Yes, this routine that we do, if you are feeling a bit jaded, and you might think, what shall I do? You could put some music on. So I know, I'll put some music on and I'll do Rosemary's warm-up routine. Doing that for 5 minutes will cheer you up. So 3, 2, 1. So yes, you can do it as a standalone. I might put it up as a separate video actually, but I'm putting up standalone videos. I'm going to do one on high intensity interval training. I'm going to do chair-based exercises. I've got one up there, 8 exercises that you should do in the morning to wake yourselves up. So I'm going to have a series of them. So you can either do a complete, you don't always feel like doing a class, do you? But you might think, I haven't done any arm exercises for a while. I'm going to do some arm exercises. Anyway, the last bit of this routine is just toe tapping. And you just swing your arm, the opposite arm, obviously. Do a slightly exaggerated swing so that your shoulders are moving as well. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Right, we're going to put all those together. So we're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side. We're going to start doing it a little bit faster. Toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap. A bit faster yet. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back, toe tap, heel dig, side, back. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Fabulous. Right, you should be nice and warmed up now. I'm just going to see what Prue like the sound of the a la carte menu. I'll put it up as a standalone video, Prue, so you can do it along with me. Right, so we finished the warm-up bit. Get you nice and warm. You could do, actually, let's do just some standing on tiptoe, just to get your ankles going. And we're going to go into the main body of the exercise. And as usual, the first exercise is a squat. So remember, a squat, that I actually have a video up as well on how to do a squat, but the technique. So remember, it's sitting down without a chair. So you have your legs at least hip width apart. The wider your legs are, the easier it is. You don't let your knees drift in. You don't have to go down very far. If you can only go down to there, as long as you're doing the technique, that's fine. If you're stronger, you can go down to there. If you can't do that, it's because your thigh muscles and your big glute muscles aren't strong enough. Rather than try and do it with poor technique, some people do that. You'd be better starting off in a chair until your muscles get stronger. So you're in the chair, thighs parallel, and you're going to stand up and down. If you need to, if you can't do that, you can swing your arms and use momentum. Or finally, if you can't do either of those, use your hands and go up. But we want you to be able to do it without using your hands. Right, I'm going to do this without using much of my mouth. So we're going to do 10 squats, either free squats or in the chair, or as many as you can do. If you can do free squats and you can only do 2 or 3, that's absolutely fine. Just do it at your own level. So we're going to go. 1, I'm standing side on, so as you can see that my knees are not going over my toes. 3, 4, they move forward a little bit, but not much. 5, and then I'm going to do it this way to show you that they don't go like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. I've changed the order of all this, so I can't really remember. Right, yes, I know. You need your band now. This one I've got is quite a light band. So you're going to start with your arms by your sides. Maybe I should have got a band that was a different colour from my shirt. Should have got a red one, shouldn't I? Anyway, you can see what I'm doing. And your hands are about there. Arms are by your sides. And your hands are sort of at shoulder height. And you're just going to open your arms, straighten your arms out. Ooh, that's a bit too tight for me. Do it. Yes, so you're going to open your arms out. 1. Have it, that's 1. Don't let the band boing back in. Control the band as it comes in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a little bit difficult to get that one, sort of that one. It does your, if you think of the things that it does it exercises your back as well as your shoulders. Right, the next one we're going to do is the dreaded side bend. It's dreaded for me because I just don't like doing it, but it is so good for us. It's so good for your core. Right, feet slightly wider than hip width apart, and you're going to go down. See if you can get your hand to your knee or below. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Don't be tempted to lean forward or lean back to do it. You just lean to the side. If you want to, you can put your hand above your head, but if you're doing that, keep your arm straight so that you're actually using the muscles in that arm as well. So we're going to go down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll do a fall prevention video as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Other side now. So we're going to go down there. I'm going to use my arm. 1. Don't do these too fast, because if you're going to the side and then coming up, you can make yourself dizzy. 2, 3, and you don't have to go down as far as I'm going. 4, I'm quite bendy. 5, and if you just go down a little bit, that's fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, there we go. Oh, I always feel good when that one's out the way. Right, we're going to do oh no, we're not. We're going to do those. We're going to do some more arm exercises. Now, these are the ones that used to be in the warm-up, but they're now incorporated into the body of the exercise. So we're going to start. The first one we're going to do, remember this one, is raising one arm and the other one comes back, and we're not going to rock. So we're going to do 10. 1 on each side. 2, 3, nice and gently. 4, you don't want to do this fast. 5, 6, when you're exercising, by the way. 7, always have your feet hip width apart. 8, stops you, gives you a good base. 9, less likelihood of falling. 10. Now the next one, we're going to do three different arm exercises. So you're standing with your palms against your thighs, and what you're going to do is you're going to turn your palms outwards. I'm going to go down I'm going to kneel to show you this. You don't need to kneel, obviously. Turn your hands out, bring your hands above your head, touch them above your head, turn them, and back. So that's 1, turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, if you can't get your hands above your head, doesn't matter. 7, do it at your own level. 8, just by constant moving, it will loosen them up. 9, over the weeks. 10, and then you may find that an exercise you maybe couldn't do at the beginning, you can do now. So it's all good stuff. Last one is have your elbows at 90 degrees. I'm just going to bring them in and touch your elbows together. If you can't get your elbows together, do the best you can. As usual, it's your exercise. You do it to your ability. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's that. Usually I separate, just give yourself a bit of a wiggle. Usually I separate top half and bottom half, top half and bottom half. But with those, I want to do 3 exercises, one after the other, to put a bit of a strain on your shoulders and your muscles and things and your joints, just to get them used to working a bit harder. Next one we're going to do is balance. Now, I've changed this from last week. I've gone back to the clock. There's 3 ways you can do this. If you're new, you can just stand on one leg, see how that goes. If you want to, you could stand on one leg and touch the floor, just to give a bit of movement to unbalance yourself. But if you're hardcore, you're going to have one leg up and you're going to sweep it around the clock and then back up. Okay? We're going to engage core because that keeps you good and stable. So breathing out, suck your navel into your backbone as hard as it'll go. You just pull it in. You're not doing that, just pulling it in, and then release it slightly so that everything is tight here. Pull up your pelvic floor. And then you can either hold on if you want, letting go occasionally, or you can put your hands on your hips, or you can put them on your head. You can do what you like with them. So we're going to go up, and then we're going to go 1, 2, or just standing on one leg, that's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fab. And then the other side. So if you just need to hold on. So, are you ready? Up. Oh well, hang on. We'll do core again. Exhale. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can. Release slightly. Hands wherever you want them to be. And up we go. And we go. 1, 2. It doesn't matter how big your clock face is. 3. If you've got a very small clock face, that's fine. 4, or a very big clock face. 5, or you may want to do some clock face. 6, and just hold your leg up the rest of the time. 7, 8, 9, 10. I may be on Granada Reports on Tuesday, talking about fall prevention and exercises to stop falls. And a specific balance exercise is one of them. But those of you that know me that will know that I believe that balance is a combination of lots of things, which it is. But I've got a class, so I may not be able to be on tally. Right, balance, bicep curl. Now, with the bicep curl, I'm using a slightly heavier band because it's not doing this. You can use a stronger band, but it's entirely up to you. If you've got one band and you're happy with that, that's fine. So you're going to stand in the band, anchor your elbow. Top of my head's chopped off, isn't it? Anchor the elbow, your elbow, and then hold the band so that you need to actually use some muscle power to stop your hand flopping down. And remember, it's just closing your elbow. So that's 1, 2, your 3. Your elbow never leaves for your side. 5, because you just want to move this bit and exercise this bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the beauty of this, of a band, is that you can alter the tension. So if you're feeling strong one day, you can have it quite a lot of tension. If you're feeling a bit weak and weeble, you can make it less strong. Whereas with weights, you need to have more than one set of weights. Other side, 1, that's a bit hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. So that's you've done sort of your back, your shoulders, your biceps. If you want to do your forearms, I would suggest you get some hand strengtheners because that's the muscles that are used there. And you can just sit and watch TV and do that. We're not really here. Next one is we're going to do these muscles at the side here. You've got Gluteus Maximus, which is the big bum muscle, and then you've got Gluteus Minimus and Medius and Minimus. So the two ones at the side, and they're you need to exercise those as well. And we're just going to lift one leg. You can hold on for this one. Lift one leg up with your toe pointing forward and staying as upright as possible. You just bring it down. Don't let it plonk down. Don't let it fall down. You place it down, and then you do the other one. So we're going to start. We're going to do 10. Okay, so 1. Those of you that have been with me for a long time. 3, you're probably on about 7 now. Stop talking, Rosemary, and get on with it. 5, 6, 7, I can feel it now. 8, just to the side, remember it's sideways. 9. If you can't feel anything, examine 10. This one is more difficult. If you can't feel anything there, examine your technique. Mirrors are a great way to look at your technique. See, I'm lucky because I can see myself in the monitor when I'm doing this in the laptop. What are we doing now? Oh, yes. So get your weaker band again. What we're going to do is going to hold your arms out in front. So your arms are parallel and you've got the band between your hands. Now, this is quite difficult. It's not difficult. The technique is quite difficult. You're going to keep your left arm rigid as if the band was attached to a wall, and we're going to just open out the right hand and bring it in. Okay, so this one doesn't move out that way. Try and keep it absolutely steady. This will be easier if you engage your core. So pull your navel in, let it go a bit, have all this bit stable. So we're going to do 10. So we're going to, as far as you want, as far as you can, to 1, 2, 3, 4, don't let it boing. That's a technical term. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you can, straighten it right out. But if you can't, it doesn't matter. Just go as far as you can. And then we're going to repeat the process on the other side. So the right arm stays rigid, the left arm moves. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know whether to keep this one or not. Let me know what you think about this one. 4, 5. It's quite hard, isn't it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could feel that one there. How about you? Right, the last one before we go into our routine, we're going to repeat that routine that we did, and then we're going to do some high intensity stuff. Ooh, don't run screaming for the hills. It's not that bad. We're going to do a squat, but we're going to do a sumo squat. And the sumo squat exercises these muscles at the side. and your thigh muscles. You can really feel it on your thighs. So a sumo, you need to have your feet quite a bit wider than hip width apart, and you need to have your legs quite a bit wider than hip width apart, and you need to have your feet at about 45 degrees. And it's the same principle as a squat. So you're not doing that with your knees. It's a bit more difficult actually when you're standing like this. You're sitting down like that. So, you know, like the sumo wrestlers do. You've seen them on the telly. Now, if you're in the chair, you can't do the free sumo. I tried this morning, and you can actually do it in the chair. So you can actually do that. But even going down a little bit, just go down a little bit, you can feel the tension in your thighs and here. So we're going to try 10, either in the chair or just a little bit. You don't have to go down very far. Just go down a little bit. So like that is sitting. So we're going to do 10. However you're doing them. If you can't manage 10, absolutely fine, because these are new muscles we're using. Just do what you can. Woo, said she, falling over backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to turn sideways so as you can see. 6. My weight's on my heels, that's why I keep falling backwards. 7. See if you can touch the floor. 8, 9, 10. Whoa, you can feel that, can't you? I can anyway. Right, we're going to do our routine now. So we're going to, let me just get rid of this chair a bit. It's made me puff that. We're going to do, just to loosen us up again, we're going to do heel digs, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, 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 side, back, toe tap. A bit faster. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. I appreciate this is probably a lot faster. Side, back, toe tap. Last one. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Fabulous. Right. We're going to end with a little bit of high intensity interval training. Those of you that have been with me a long time know that involves, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing 20 seconds of high intensity work. So 20 seconds of running on the spot, tiny little steps. Your feet hardly come off the floor and your arms are going, but obviously not at the same speed as your feet. Your feet go much faster. We're going to do that for 20 seconds. We're going to have a 40-second rest. And then we're going to do it 3 times. Okay? If you want to know more about high intensity stuff, go and find my standalone video, which isn't there yet. I'm going to do it after this class. So, I'm going to get my trusty stopwatch. I don't do this because I find it impossible to look at the stopwatch and do it. And if I do that, you end up doing 25 seconds and things. Did I say 20 minutes we were going to do? 20 seconds, obviously. Right, on your marks, set, off you go. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. So we'll have 40 seconds rest, just to give you time to catch your breath. The thing is with that sort of high intensity stuff where you're just using your own body is that it doesn't really ever get any easier, because as you get fitter, you put in a bit more effort. So it still feels just as hard. But it's how quickly you recover that denotes how fit you're getting. 3, 2, 1, and off you go again. "17, 18, 19, 20. There you go. How was that? I should have said at the beginning, obviously it's a bit late now, I suppose, but if you have any heart problems, or you've got any worries about your heart, or you've got angina, or you start getting chest pain, or you start feeling dizzy or anything when you're doing this, then obviously don't do it, or stop doing it immediately. It's probably too late now. You're probably all conked out now. 3, 2, ready again, 1, off you go. This is the final one. "17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Well done. Right, we're going to go into some stretching now, but just to give you the 40 seconds to get your breath back. If you've enjoyed the class, and if you want to, there's no obligation, you can buy me a coffee. The link is in the comment section. Or if you want to know anything about if you want to know anything about what? If you want to know anything about fitness, or you want to get in contact with me, the best way is through my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page, and the link is there for that as well in the comments section. Okay, so we're going to go into the stretching bit. Get my chair, my trusty chair, and one leg, back leg is straight, front leg is bent, heels are both on the ground, feet are both pointing in the same direction, and you lean forward, keeping your heel on the ground. The further out you are, the more you lean forward, the bigger the stretch. And then you bend your back knee slightly, and your heel comes off the ground, and you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles tendon and the lower calf muscle. And then switch legs. So front leg bent, back leg straight. Just check both feet are facing the same direction. And then very gently bend your back knee. Your heel comes off the ground, obviously. And then stand up. Right, we're going to do the thigh muscles now. Now, you can either do it like this. This is the sort of traditional way to do it, static stretch. You can use it as a balance practice as well, 2 for 1. But if you can't do that, quite a lot of people can't grab their foot. And I'm coming round to this way of thinking. I like doing this. You can do dynamic stretching, which means put your hands behind your back, just as a guide again, and see if you can kick your hands with your heels. If you can't, it doesn't matter. It's this action that you want. And I like this, and I'm going to do this because it stretches your thigh muscle, but at the same time, it's working your hamstring, which is the one at the back. So it's strengthening your hamstring and stretching your thigh muscle. Again, 2 for 1. So I like doing this, but it's up to you which you prefer doing. And if you're doing the static stretch, Swap legs. If you're doing this one, keep doing it. 3, 2, 1. Fab. Right. Next one is going to be stretching the aforementioned hamstrings on the back of your legs. So sit on your chair, but sit at the edge, at the front of the seat. Your knees are at 90 degrees, your ankles are under your knees. Just do this movement to make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. And one leg forward, toe pulled back, and then you're going to lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Imagine you've got an eye in your chest and you want it to look forward. Oh, so I can feel this stretching my back actually a bit, but also all along my leg. Pull your toe back, it makes it a bit more ouchy. And then sit up and repeat on the other side. Just check you're sitting up nice and straight, forward from the hips, not from the waist. Don't forget that eye in your chest is looking forward, not down at the ground. Okay, last one of the leg stretches is if you sit sideways on your chair. Just going to get rid of that. Sideways on your chair. So you're sitting sideways, but with one leg on only. The other leg is sort of falling off the end. And you're just going to put that leg back. So sitting up nice and straight, facing forwards to the side of the chair. And this leg is back. Just to stretch these muscles here. Again, it doesn't matter how far back your leg goes, as long as this stretch is for you. It just gives you a bit more flexibility in your hip. And hip flexibility is great for stopping you falling and for being able to walk properly. Makes you a lot more unstable if your hips aren't working right. And then switch round and back you go. Everything makes you unstable actually, if they aren't working properly. But you need your legs in tip-top working condition. And then standing up, arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, round the tree. So it's round like that, not like that, round, and have shoulder height, dip your head like that. And this stretches out. Try and get your shoulder blades as far apart as possible. It stretches out the big muscles at the top of your back, the big shoulder muscles. Oh, it gets me on my, just there. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together. Lift your arms if you're interlinking your fingers, just so as you get a good stretch across your chest. Hold that for a few more seconds. Okay, and then you can sit down. I'm going to sit down, not using the back of the chair to rest on, obviously, using your own back muscles to rest, to keep you upright. And then we're just going to dip your head, put your hand on your crown, but don't push. Just let the weight of your hand push your head down. When I do this, I can feel it stretching up my back. Just relax everything else. And then look up. And then turn your head to the left as far as it will go. Don't use your shoulders, just turn your head. Put your right hand on the right hand side of your chin. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand So your head's trying to go one way, your hand's pushing it back the other way. So you're creating tension in your neck. And then relax and see if you can turn your head just a little bit more to the left. Hold it there for a few seconds. And then bring your head back to the center. And then turn your head, ooh, not as good on this side, turn your head to the right. Put your hand on your chin. Try and turn your head back to the center. Create that tension in your neck. Stop it with your hand. And then relax and see if you can turn your head just a little bit more to the right. And then bring it back to the center. And there we have it. That's you for the day. Off you go and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you on Monday or next Wednesday. But don't forget, 4 o'clock on Tuesday for the Trisha talk with Looking Fabulous Forever, or Look Fabulous Forever. I suppose I should know it. Bye.